Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by Always More Sims here on YouTube, and today I have a very special guest. My computer. Sounds like it's about to take off on a trip or something. And I don't know why it's being loud. It was being louder earlier, so I'm lucky that it's quiet down somewhat. But I literally only have my video editing software open right now to record this voiceover, and I don't know. Anyways, today we were building, this is the first part of a two-part house. I didn't intend for this to be two parts, but it's called Try Hard Corner for a reason. So, if you guys remember, back in I think it was the 5th generation of my Disney Legacy Challenge, it was the Aladdin generation. I built this cabin thing that was up on stilt kind of things, like support beams, and I just when I sat down to record this, to build this house today, I was like, I want to do something different, but this time I was like, I want to do it with walls instead of support beams. So I did 3/4 wall height using constrained floor elevation, and looking back on it, I should have probably done half wall height, because the 3/4 wall height is really tall for a foundation looking kind of thing. But then I'm not sure. Before I closed my game, I have not furnished this house yet. I only built it. It took me about 2.5 hours to build this. Because I'm not used to playing around with the foundations and making them different heights and stuff like that, and constrained floor elevation I normally only use for the garage door or something, and for this house I had to use a whole bunch of constrained floor elevation and a whole bunch of landscaping, terrain tools, and so it just took longer, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just kind of, learning as I go almost. And I understand the gist of what I was using, but I've just never really used it like I have here. And the whole point was I just wanted to try something different with this house. Again, I should have done half wall height. I should not have done 3/4. I think 3/4 is too tall. But I have different, the back porch has 3 different back porches. They just keep dropping down in levels, and the front staircase drops down a level, and I had a bunch of fun with that. But I don't know if at this 3/4 wall height, if I could put doors in and make the underside a basement, because honestly, for how much work that went into doing the exterior of this house and making it look like it did, there is next to no work done on the interior. It is very common interior for me, very common layout, 3 bedrooms, small nursery, a 2x3 office, so really small office. We got 2 bathrooms, and then my normal dining room, living room, kitchen. Very, very normal layout for me. This easily could have been a house without the underneath that lower level. It very easily could have been a house without that. But I just wanted to try something different, and this is what I came up with. However, again, and it's called Try Hard Corner for a reason. I tried very hard on the exterior. It's you try so hard to look a certain way, but on the inside there's not much to you. It's very superficial looking. I did kind of go overboard on the landscaping, I will tell you that. Very overboard. I put way too many flowers along the outside, because again, if you remember, I don't remember what the video is called. I'm making a note actually to myself right now to link the speed build down below though. Link Ariel's house. I had flowers around the base of that to try and kind of help hide the support beams, but I think it was more just kind of spread out. I don't know if I covered the entire boundary of the house or not. I don't remember. If I did, ignore what I'm saying. If I didn't, I should have done that with this house. I should have just kind of put it few and far between, but I, like, literally the whole boundary of the house is covered with flowers. It is a bit much, and I might go back when I go to furnish this and delete some of those because it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. So the garage is on the lower level and very tall. It is a very tall garage because, like, it is all one room. So, like, there's stairs leading up to, like, the main level. But, like, you have to go down a pretty tall set of stairs just to reach the garage. It's a very tall, very awkward garage. And I need to see if it is a thing that I can put doors on 3/4 length walls. If not, just flat out delete the walls maybe. And I need to try and make, like, kind of a basement because there's so much effort for the exterior of this house for there to be, like, nothing special on the inside. I already know. I mean, I don't intend on doing anything special with the inside. It's just gonna look like, you know, typical Always More Sims house on the inside. So, yeah. But, I said not butter with, like, a Boston accent. I don't know. I guess it'll be up to you guys to decide on if it's, like, something you really want to play with. If it's one of those things that I can't figure out how to do something with, like, that lower level, then yeah, this is a very all look, nothing special house. 2.5 hours of my life pretty much gone to waste just for it to be it's fine. It's average on the inside. So, yeah. Anyways, what do we want to talk about today? So, I haven't recorded a speed build in forever. I really haven't recorded much at all. And I was recording some Princess and the Frog, like, a week ago. But, like, I didn't want this house to be a 2-parter. But again, it took 2.5 hours for me to do the exterior, even if the interior is not going to be anything special. I still wanted it to be 2 parts before it took forever. And see, the last speed build, I guess the last speed build was technically fixing Horrible House. But my last, like, serious speed build was Emerald European Emerald. I don't remember which came first. But I recorded that what feels like forever ago. I haven't done a voiceover in forever. I did a lot of pre-recording when I first sorry, I got a text. My phone's actually on silent for once. I had a very long winter break, and it was something my school was trying new this year. Like, they cut out all of, like, the little, like, break days. So, like, we would normally have, like, Martin Luther King Jr. Day off, and we'd have President's Day off, and just, like, the little days off here and there. And this year, they decided not to do that. And when put together, they added up basically to get me out, like, the week of Thanksgiving. And I didn't go back until January 25th was my first day back to school. And as it is, my last day of school this year is, like, May 7th. Might be May 6th. I don't know. Not sure yet. But because of that, they have taken away, like, spring break, which makes me kind of upset. Because if they took out spring break, and they're like, it's so you can get out of school earlier. I get out 3 whole days earlier, and they took a whole week of spring break away. I'm like, wait, that doesn't add up. And honestly, like, spring break, like, last year, spring break, I was on spring break when the virus kind of struck. And that following week, we were given an extra week of spring break because we were trying, like, the schools were trying to figure out what they wanted to do with the whole virus thing that was starting to shut everybody down. And I had actually been house sitting for my next door neighbor. But it was really long break. I had a lot of extra time on my hands. I was really bored. I have been very lonely. Like, mental state, like, dropped off the deep end. For a while, I was actually feeling really good about things, and then it just kind of went, and, like, plummeted, and it's been really rough, these last couple months, but we're not going to talk about that. Don't want to, like, force my problems like that on you guys. So I did a whole bunch of pre-recording. Like, I got to the point that I was set, like, for the first, like, 2 weeks after school started. And because of that, I haven't known what to do with myself. Because I just record so much, and I love recording, that when I'm not recording, I don't have anything to record for a while. I'm just like, now what do I do? So I haven't recorded in forever, but I believe in my last speedball I was talking about Mochi. Mochi was a kitten that I found back in June. Thought he was going to be my cat. I thought I was going to have him, like, forever. I was going to be a cat mom. And then back in, like, September or October, I don't remember when. It was when I had the German Shepherd puppies, if you guys remember them, Tessa and Tara. When I had them, he started acting out. And at first I was like, okay, when the pups leave, he'll calm down, right? And he never did. And he was peeing on all my stuff. He peed on my bed numerous times. He peed on the chair that I sit in, like this chair that I'm always in that creaks and everything. It's a cloth office chair. It's my dad's old office chair, and he peed on that, and I had a heck of a time getting the stain and the smell to come out of it. There are still times I still smell cat urine on my bed, and I've cleaned all the bedding. I've sprayed it with, like, fabric refreshener. My mom's all into, like, the essential oils, and, like, there's a mixture that she made for me to spray on the bed, try and get rid of the smell. Nothing really works. There's still times I catch whiffs of cat urine. And, like, he was peeing in my sink in my bathroom, and he was peeing on my bathroom counter, and it was a whole mess. And my parents had kind of sat me down and, like, if you aren't enjoying having the cat, then he needs to probably look for somewhere else to go. And unfortunately, that kind of hit home for me. I'm like, the thing is, I'm not enjoying having him. I didn't trust him out of, like, the bathroom. I didn't trust him in my room. I didn't trust him not to, like, knock over stuff and just be a total jerk. I took him to the vet to see if anything was wrong with him, like if he had a UTI or something, which was what my friend kept telling me. She's like, he just has a UTI. He's peeing in front of you on your stuff to try and tell you that something's wrong. No, he was just a jerk. And, like, I still love that cat. He'll always have a special place in my heart. But I posted about him on Facebook. And for a couple weeks, I wasn't hearing anything, and honestly, I was just kind of at the point, I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to have to basically deal with him, because nobody's getting back to me. And then this lady reached out, and she's like, hey, are you still, like, looking to rehome this kitten? I'm like, yes. Are you interested? And we set up, like, originally, there was this one lady, and she was all interested, and I was going to take him to her, and then she just ignored me, stopped responding to any of my messages. I was like, screw you, honey. And so I just got rid of the messages and everything. I'm like, whatever. A couple days later, I had somebody else reach out, and she was super interested, and she kept talking with me. And so we did a test run. Mochi was with them for about a weekend, and her son wanted a cat of his own. They already had 2 cats. Mochi doesn't care about other cats. He's not a huge fan of other dogs, but, like, we had Dexter. And Dexter was the one that had problems with Mochi. Mochi didn't care about Dexter at all. He just kind of looked at him like, what's your problem? When Dexter would, like, puff up at him. So these other cats, I guess, were, like, his mom, or, like, the mom's cats. And her son wanted his own cat. And he wanted either an orange cat or a black cat. Well, Mochi was orange and white. So he got the cat, and I guess, like, things are going really well. I haven't heard from her since, like, the week that she she took him. I didn't charge her for anything. I just said, here's the cat. Like, as long as he's going to a good home, you have him. I haven't really heard anything, but honestly, I haven't really, and I feel kind of bad saying this, I haven't really thought about him that much. I really haven't. And I feel bad, again, I feel bad for saying that. I still, like, again, he has a special place in my heart. I loved that cat. He'll always be my Mochi Pimpinpaddleophscopolis III. And they totally got, like, the names. Like, he was named Mochi after the cat from Big Hero 6, because Big Hero 6 is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. And when I first got him, I was just like, he's a hairy baby. Oh, sorry. Hairy baby. And so I'm like, Mochi, yes! I was calling him Mochi the day I found him. And then Pimpinpaddleophscopolis is from Avatar, The Last Airbender, which is one of my favorite TV shows. And, like, his nickname was Momo, which is the monkey lemur. And then Pimpinpaddleophscopolis was from one of, like, the first episodes, and just because it was really fun to say. And, of course, I had to have the third behind it, because that's how Aang introduced himself, as Bonsai Pimpinpaddleophscopolis III. So he was Mochi Pimpinpaddleophscopolis III, and, like, I loved that cat, but I felt like it was the right thing to do to give him a new home, and, like, it just felt right in my gut. Like, my gut feeling was telling me, yeah, this is where he needs to be. So I no longer have Mochi. I haven't had Mochi for about a month now. So it's crazy. It doesn't feel like it's been a month. I have my bathroom back, though. My bathroom feels so big, though, because it doesn't have his huge honkin' litter box in it anymore. So it feels huge. And it's clean. It's not constantly covered with cat litter and poop that didn't come off his butt. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. Next time, we'll have to talk about my other cat, Dexter. I got a story for you there, but thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Again, I'll have the next part posted next week or something, so stay tuned, and yeah, bye guys.